Welcome to today's video lecture series of radiation electrical network analogy. So we already discussed about radiation means it is electromagnetic wave phenomena in heat transfer method. And in this electrical analogy, we will noted about the temperature and voltage. In thermal systems, temperature is analogous to electrical potential or voltage and drives the flow of electric current. Temperature differences drive the flow of thermal energy. Heat flux and current. Thus, the heat flux, which is the rate of the heat transfer per unit area, is analogous to electric current. It flows from a high temperature region to low temperature region, and similar to how electric current flows from a high voltage region to a low voltage region. And thermal resistance and electrical resistance, it means the thermal resistance in a heat transfer problem is analogous to electrical resistance. It's just electrical resistance opposes the flow of electric current. Thermal resistance opposes the flow of heat. So the thermal resistance depends on material properties and geometry, and similar to how electrical resistance depend on the material and dimensions of the conductor. And heat transfer coefficients and conductance in electrical circuits, and conduction is the reciprocal of the resistance. Similarly, in the thermal system, the heat transfer coefficient or thermal conductance is the reciprocal thermal resistance. And heat transfer pathways and electrical circuits, the complex heat transfer problems can be represented as an electrical circuit with resistor, where each resistor represents a thermal resistance. By solving these electrical circuits using techniques like series and parallel combinations, you can determine the total thermal resistance and heat transfer rates. So it also in the electrical network analogy, it is then usage of some radiation heat transfer methods. So radiation heat transfer is automatically using in the aerospace and defense sector, not only in aerospace in defense sector, like it's a combination of mechanical devices sectors also. So in this electrical concept is implemented of the aircraft defense sector. It is the usage of some type of shape factor conditions also will be added. So in heat transfer, basically we checking about the electrical network analogy will indicate about the what about the moding condition systems will be followed, and what are these mode condition effect system and how to it will be implemented in the future radiation technology also. So this is the parameter of a electrical network analogy, and this is an electrical parameter and a thermal parameter. So in electrical parameter, the it is the potential difference is indicated as an voltage, and electrical current is indicated as the ampere, and electrical resistance it will be implicated in the ohms, and electrical capacity is indicated at the capacity is a C. So in this figure, which illustrate about the sphere, which illustrate about the what is the heat transfer of conduction, convection, and radiation will be implemented in the images. So in these images, this is the power losses of a current and heat source and heat conduction and convection and radiation. So in this electrical board, which is represented about the first electrical board, which represented about the heat conduction and the convection and the radiation, and heat capacity for a dynamic computation will rotate and duplicate about the different differences of heat flow methods. So the thermal resistance R and heat capacity C, which is to be notified on the electrical network analogy system. In the thermal parameter, we noted the symbol of temperature difference, heat flow, thermal resistance, and heat capacity is also to be the one part of the validation in the radiation section. So in this electrical current and electrical resistance and heat capacity for dynamic computations and convections and radiations. These are the important categories of parameter section which will be adapted in the field of thermal radiation system, and this thermal radiation system and how to adapt it with the electrical network system. I hope this is the little bit video about all our we know about the what is the network analogy in radiation system. Thank you.